Hello, my dear listeners, and welcome back to the Kapeel Gupta Career PodShow. And today, I want you to imagine a very simple but exciting scene. A cricket match is on. One batter keeps getting out in almost the same way. A football team is losing shape in the last 20 minutes. A badminton player's movement is slowing in the third game. And most fans say, bad luck. But one person looks at the numbers, the patterns, the clips, the heat maps, the workload, the timing, and says, no, this is not luck. This is data speaking. And that person could be a sports data analyst. And this is not some fantasy career anymore. India's National Sports Policy 2025 explicitly talks about adopting sports science, sports medicine, and technology to improve athletic performance. While the Sports Authority of India and IIT Delhi signed an MOU in 2025 to strengthen sports science and technology, including a new sports biomechanics lab. IIT Madras also runs a Center of Excellence in Sports Science Analytics, or CESSA, which itself tells you something important. Modern sport is becoming more scientific, more measurable, and more data driven. So, if you're a student who loves sport but also enjoys numbers, coding, logic, patterns, and decision making, then this career can be a beautiful meeting point between passion and profession. Hi, I'm Kapeel Gupta, career coach, life mentor, and founder of Study Abroad Academy. I empower students, parents, and conscious professionals to design a fulfilling life and career by aligning their minds, values, and aspirations. And I do it with coaching, mindset work, and the game changing power of graphotherapy because students deserve more than just guidance, they deserve transformation. So, let's first talk about scope because that is where a dream becomes practical. In India, the scope for sports data analysts is clearly improving. The government's National Sports Policy 2025 supports the use of sports science and technology, and the Khelo India scheme continues to invest in talent development, academies, and infrastructure through 2025-26. Alongside that, IIT Delhi's collaboration with SAI and IIT Madras's CESSA show that science, technology, biomechanics, and analytics are moving closer to mainstream sport in India. That means opportunities in India are no longer limited to just commentary or coaching. A sports data analyst can increasingly fit into performance analysis teams, sports science units, academies, federations, sports tech startups, athlete monitoring projects, and even fan engagement or business analytics roles linked to sport. And one very concrete sign of demand is that the Sports Authority of India advertised 48 performance analyst posts in early 2026 on regular pay, which shows that analytical roles are not just side gigs anymore. They are becoming formal jobs in the Indian sports system. Internationally, the field is more mature. Universities now offer dedicated programs such as the Lasalle University's MS in Sports Management with a concentration in sports analytics, La Trobe University's Master of Sports Analytics, GIS's Master of Sports Analytics, Michigan State University's Sports Analytics Graduate Certificate, and Setu's MSc in Sports Performance Analysis. These programs exist because teams, leagues, colleges, academies, and sports businesses abroad already use data for player performance, recruitment, fan engagement, finance, and strategy. So the scope abroad is broad. It can lead to work in team performance analysis, scouting support, injury risk monitoring, sports business analytics, media research, and performance technology companies. In simple words, the field is small compared to mainstream tech, but it is definitely real and it is growing in seriousness. So now let us make the job feel real. A sports data analyst does not just sit and stare at spreadsheets all day like a sad Excel monk. This role is much more alive than that. The work often involves collecting data, cleaning it, identifying patterns, building metrics, interpreting performance trends, and then turning those findings into insights that coaches, athletes, managers, or organizations can actually use. The Sports Authority of India's own recruitment material for performance analysts includes topics such as the roles and responsibilities of a performance analyst, performance analysis for anticipation and decision making, data collection, types of performance data including technical, tactical, physical, and psychological, and key performance indicators. NSINS's postgraduate diploma says its curriculum focuses on understanding and improving sports performance through tactical analysis, technical effectiveness, and modern technology. So imagine a real day in the life of this professional. In the morning, you may receive match or training data and then you clean it, tag events, compare it with old performance, and identify patterns. Maybe you spot that a player's work rate drops after a certain phase. Maybe a team keeps losing possession from one zone, and maybe an athlete's load markers are rising in a way that suggests risk. Then you build a report, a visual dashboard, or a short presentation and explain what it means. Your job is not just to find numbers, your job is to help someone make a better sporting decision. And that picture is strongly supported by official course descriptions and career oriented sports analytics programs. The work environment can vary. Some analysts are closer to the field and work directly with coaches and athletes. Some are in offices or labs, handling data pipelines and reporting. And some work more on business side questions like attendance, merchandising, sponsorship value, and fan engagement. Texas A&M Sport Management Material specifically notes that sport data analysts can use advanced revenue forecasting models to predict attendance, merchandise sales, and other revenue factors, which reminds us that sports data analysis is not only about on field performance. Now comes the big student question: how do you become one? The honest answer is that in India, there's still very few fully structured degree programs in sports analytics itself. IIT Madras CESSA says quite openly that there is an absence of quality courses and no structured course in the area of sports analytics, which is actually a useful truth for students. It means you usually build this career through a combination of data skills plus sports domain skills and then specialize through targeted training. So, what should the foundation look like? Ideally, you need comfort with statistics, Excel, Python, or R, or data visualization and basic database thinking. Then you add sports understanding, tactics, technical KPIs, movement patterns, workload, performance context, and match analysis. On top of that, communication becomes very important because even brilliant analysis is useless if you cannot explain it clearly to a coach, athlete, or decision maker. The University of Michigan's Sports Analytics Learning Series frames the field as a practical application of Python, statistics, and predictive modeling in sport, while Lessel and Lathrop both emphasize analytical tools, industry relevance, and decision making. For India, I would say this very carefully. A strong route can be a degree in statistics, mathematics, computer science, data science, economics, engineering, or sports science, followed by specialization. Among the most relevant India based options visible right now are NSNIS's postgraduate diploma in sports performance analysis, IIT Madras's CESSA's sports science and analytics ecosystem, and IIT Delhi's sports technology, machine learning, and data analytics training initiatives with SAI and the University of Exeter. Now, none of these mean India has already built a huge, clean sports analytics education ladder. It means the ladder is being built and smart students can enter early. Abroad, there are more dedicated choices. Lasalle University blends sport analytics across management, marketing, finance, player performance, and fan engagement. La Trobe University focuses on using data to improve athlete performance and well being. GIS positions its master's degree for careers in sports business and performance analysis. Michigan State University has a dedicated graduate certificate designed to train future leaders in sports analytics through software development, data management, and project based learning. Setu explicitly prepares graduates for future opportunities in sports performance analysis with theory, practice, and research. And these are among the clearest specialized options available today. So now let us talk about the money question. I want to be transparent here because this title is still niche and the salary data is uneven. In India, the exact title, Sports Data Analyst, has thin public salary reporting. Glassdoor currently shows an average of about 2.91 lakhs per year for sports data analysts in India, but that estimate is based on only two salary submissions, so I would treat it cautiously. Glassdoor's sports analyst estimate for New Delhi is around 5.3 lakhs per year, which is more believable for a niche early career metro role, but still based on limited submissions. The strongest official benchmark I found is from the Sports Authority of India, whose 2026 recruitment for performance analysts listed pay level 6 or 35,400 to 1,12,400 per month. That tells two things. Private market titles are messy, but government and elite system roles can pay substantially better. Abroad, the salary data is cleaner. Glassdoor currently reports an average annual salary of about $96,476 for a sports data analyst in the United States, about 37,957 pounds in UK, and about 70,000 Canadian dollars in Canada. For broader long term upside, the US Bureau of Labor Statistics says data scientists had a median annual wage of around $112,000 in May 2024, which matters because many senior sports analytics roles increasingly overlap with mainstream data science. So the salary story is simple. In India, the market is still maturing, titles are inconsistent, and pay can vary sharply by employer, city, and whether the role is in a federation, team, startup, or sports science environment. Internationally, the field is more established and financially stronger. So, what should you remember from today's episode? A sports data analyst is someone who helps sport think better. This is a career where your love for games meets logic, where your understanding of players meets patterns, and where your numbers can actually improve decisions. India is clearly moving toward more sports science, technology, and analytics, and even if the education pipeline is still developing, abroad the field is already more structured and specialized. That means there's smart time for curious students to enter early and build depth. So if you're a Gen Z student who watches sport and keeps asking, why did that happen? Or what does the data say? Or can numbers improve performance? Then do not ignore that curiosity. It may not just be fandom, it may be a career signal. And now, let me speak directly to the student or parent listening to this episode. If today's episode on Sports Data Analyst opened your mind to a career you had never seriously considered before, imagine how many more right fit careers may still be hidden from you. The right career is not found through guesswork, pressure, or random advice. It is found through clarity. If you're confused about your career path, your subject choices, your college roadmap, or your future direction, connect with me for my career counseling program. I help students understand their strengths, discover careers that truly fit them, and move forward with confidence. Now, whether you're interested in data science, sports analytics, study abroad, or niche future ready path like sports data analytics, I can help you decode what is right for you. Message me today and let's find the career path that's truly meant for you. Your dream career was never lost, it was simply unread. So let us decode it together.